Hello everyone, I am K. Shashidhar Reddy, lecturer in mathematics, Government Junior College, Kondapak, District Siddipet. Today we will discuss the second year intermediate mathematics 2A topic permutations. Okay, so ఇప్పుడు మనం ఓన్లీ లీనియర్ పర్మిటేషన్స్ అంటే రేఖీయ ప్రస్థారాల గురించి మాత్రం ఫస్ట్ చెప్పుకుందాం. సో లీనియర్ పర్మిటేషన్స్ నోటేషన్. What is the notation to denote the number of linear permutations? So here we have the notation. Notation of linear permutation. The number of permutations of n dissimilar things taken R at a time is denoted by NPR. Or P in bracket n comma R. This is the notation to denote the number of permutation. But generally we use this notation NPR only. The number of permutations from given n dissimilar things. When the things are some or all things are similar, the number of permutations that we can get will be different. So first let us confine to the number of permutations that can be made from n dissimilar things by taking r things at a time. So this is denoted by NPR or P in bracket n comma R. We use generally this notation only in practice. NPR. NPR denotes NPR denotes number of permutations that can be made from n different elements by taking r elements at a time. So here n comma r comma n are always positive integers because they represent number of things. They represent always number of things. So number of things cannot be negative. Therefore, this r and n must be always belongs to n, and r must be less than or equal to n. R must be less than or equal to n because the number of things taken from the given number of things must be always less than. We cannot take the more things from the given number of things. We cannot take the more things. Suppose if 5 elements are given, we cannot take 6 elements out of them. So the number of elements always taken will be less than or equal to the number of things which are given. So therefore, r must be less than or equal to n. This is the condition for this notation NPR. N and r must be natural numbers and r must be less than or equal to n. So here, for convention, so NP0, here this NP0 means number of permutations that can be made by taking 0 elements and without taking any element. How many permutations we can make without taking any element? That means the given elements in the given order, they will become one permutation. Therefore, NP0 is considered as 1, but practically we cannot do that. For the value, with respect to the value, when r is equal to 0, so without taking any element, without taking any element, how many permutations we can make? We cannot make actually, but per convention, NP0, when whatever the order of the elements given, that is considered as one permutation. Therefore, NP0 is equal to 1. అంటే ఇచ్చిన ఎలిమెంట్స్ నుంచి ఏది ఎలిమెంట్ తీసుకోకుండా ఎన్ని పర్మిటేషన్స్ వస్తాయి అని అంటే అసలు ఎలిమెంట్ తీసుకోకుండా మనం అరేంజ్మెంట్ చేయలేము. మరి కానీ ఇక్కడ ఫార్ములా ప్రకారం r is equal to 0 అయినప్పుడు NPR వాల్యూ ఎంత అంటే అప్పుడు NP0 అంటే ఇచ్చిన ఎలిమెంట్స్ ఏ ఆర్డర్ లో ఇది ఇచ్చాడు అందులో నుంచి ఏం తీసుకోవట్లేదు కాబట్టి ఇచ్చిన ఎలిమెంట్స్ ఇచ్చిన ఆర్డర్ లో అదొక పర్మిటేషన్ గా కన్సిడర్ చేయబడుతుంది. కాబట్టి NP0 is equal to 1 అని కన్సిడర్ చేస్తాం. Now let us see the formula which gives the value of this NPR. So here we have this NPR is equal to n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into and so on n minus r plus 1. So first let us check how we got this value. Now Let us see how did we get this value. NPR is equal to n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into and so on n minus r plus 1 first. Now, the number of ways of arranging r elements from the given n different elements is also considered as number of ways of filling r boxes or r blanks with the given n blanks. So this is the first blank and second blank and third blank, and this is fourth blank and so on. This is rth blank. Right? Now, the first blank, to fill this first blank, we have n objects in our hand, n things in our hand. Therefore, this first blank can be filled with all that n different things in n different ways. Right? So this is here, you can remember the fundamental principle. We are not doing all the, we are not filling all the blanks at a time. We are filling these blanks one by one. First blank can be filled with all the n different elements in n ways. After filling the first blank, then the second blank can be filled with the remaining n minus 1 elements in n minus 1 ways, because whatever the element is used to fill the first blank, that should not be used to fill the second blank. That means this is when the repetition of elements is not allowed. So again, we have two conditions for making the arrangements. Repetition of elements is allowed and repetition of elements is not allowed. Now we are discussing the permutations when the repetition of element is not allowed. So the repetition of elements is allowed, that is a specific case. Unless and until it is mentioned that repetition of element is allowed, we will not consider that case. So in all general cases, we will consider the repetition of element is not considered. So therefore, when the repetition of element is not allowed, the first blank can be filled with all the n different elements in n ways, and second blank can be filled with the remaining n minus 1 elements in n minus 1 ways. Now, when we come to the third blank, already we used the two elements to fill these first two blanks. The remaining elements at the third blank on our hand are n minus 2. Therefore, this third blank can be filled in n minus 2 ways. And when we come to the fourth blank, the number of elements in our hand will be n minus 3, because the three elements are used to fill the first three blanks. Therefore, with that n minus 3 elements, this fourth blank is filled in n minus 3 ways, and so on. When we come to the rth blank, so already r minus 1 blanks will be filled here. Therefore, the number of elements that are available in our hand will be n minus of r minus 1 elements, that is equal to n minus r plus 1. So these number of elements are available in our hand to fill the rth blank. Therefore, with these elements, this rth blank can be filled in n minus r plus 1 ways. Now this is the filling of these r blanks individually. First blank is filled in n ways, second blank is filled in n minus 1 ways, third blank is filled in n minus 2 ways, fourth blank is filled in n minus 3 ways, and so on. Rth blank is filled in n minus r plus 1 ways. Now, we have to fill all these blanks, first blank and second blank and third blank and fourth blank and so on, and rth blank. Now, which fundamental principle is applied here? Multiplicative fundamental principle is applied, because all the blanks should be filled one after another. Therefore, from the multiplicative fundamental principle, all these r blanks in succession can be filled in n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into n minus 3 into and so on n minus r plus 1 ways. So this is equal to NPR actually. N into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into n minus 3 into dash dash n minus r plus 1. So what we observe here, how many values are there in this consecutive product? From 0 to r minus 1. So how many number of values are multiplied in this product? 0 to r minus 1. How many values will be there? R values. From 0 to r minus 1. N minus 0, n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3, and so on, n minus of r minus 1. So here there are 0 to r minus 1 terms that become r terms. So NPR can be considered as the product of r consecutive terms or consecutive terms from n to 1 in the descending order. Sorry, n to product of r consecutive terms from n in the descending order. In the descending order. అంటే n నుండి వరుసగా r విలువల r పదాల లబ్ధము అన్నమాట. The product of r consecutive terms from n in the descending order. That is n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into n minus 3 and so on, n minus r plus 1. Suppose, for example, if we see 5p3. Now, this notation indicates what? The number of permutations that can be made from 5 different elements by taking 3 elements at a time. So the number of elements to be taken is given clearly. How many elements we have to take every time? 3 elements. So when the number of elements to be taken is given, then directly we can write it as the product of 3 consecutive numbers from 5. That is 5 into 4 into 3. That become 5 4 is 20, 20 into 3, 60. So 5p3 value is equal to 60. So that means the number of ways arranging 3 elements from 5 different elements can be done in 60 ways. So this is the value of NPR when R value is given. We can write the value of NPR directly like this. Now let us make it as a formula. So this is the formula you can see here. If n greater than or equal to 1 means the number of things given should be greater than or equal to 1 and 0 less than or equal to r less than or equal to n. So this is the condition of n and r. Then NPR is equal to n factorial by n minus r factorial. This is the formula. Now we can prove it. So it is mentioned here for 1 less than or equal to r less than or equal to n from the theorem 5.2.1. So this theorem is this one. Already I explained here that 5.2.1 theorem in the textbook will explain this concept only. When NPR is equal to the number of n different things can be arranged by taking r things at a time is nothing but number of ways of filling r blanks with all n different blanks that will give this value. So that is mentioned here. So first we'll take this its direct value n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into and so on up to n minus r plus 1. Now this value is multiplied with the consecutive values, the consecutive product of the values from n minus r to 1. Now here we have the product of consecutive numbers from n2 in the descending order up to n minus r plus 1. So further, if we go on decreasing 1 from every value, so n minus r plus 1, if we decrease 1 from this value, it gives n minus r. And if we decrease further 1 from this, it will be 1 n minus r minus 1 and so on till we get 1. So that means the given value of this product of r consecutive terms is being multiplied with this value product of consecutive numbers n minus r into n minus r minus 1 into n minus r minus 2 and so on up to 3 into 2 into 1, and we are dividing the same product of values. So multiplying and dividing with n minus r, it is nothing but n minus r factorial. So we are multiplying and dividing this value with n minus r factorial. Now when we multiply this product of r consecutive terms from n in the descending order, with n minus r factorial, then it has become the product of consecutive numbers from n to 1. The product of consecutive numbers from n to 1 is what? It is n factorial. Therefore, this numerator becomes n factorial and the denominator becomes n minus r factorial. So that's how we got NPR is equal n factorial by n minus r factorial. So by convention, but that means by using this formula, when r is equal to 0, so what we get? R is equal to 0, n factorial by n minus 0 factorial, n factorial and n factorial becomes 1. Therefore, NP0 is equal to 1. But practically, NP0 means the given elements in the given order is considered as one arrangement. Okay, so this is the value of NPR. That is, from n different elements, by taking r elements at a time, the number of permutations that can be made when the repetition of elements is not allowed. Okay. And here we have a note, NPN. That means the number of permutations by taking all elements at a time. That gives what? It is the product of n consecutive numbers from n to 1, n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into and so on up to 3 into 2 into 1. So that is equal to what? N factorial. Therefore, NPN, even if we substitute the value of R is equal to n here, n factorial by n minus n factorial. N minus n becomes 0. 0 factorial is equal to 1. So therefore, it gives n factorial by 1 is equal to n factorial. Therefore, NPN is equal to n factorial. That means the number of permutations that can be made from given n different things by taking all the things at a time is always equal to n factorial. Okay. Now we will see the next theorem. For 1 less than or equal to r less than or equal to n, NPR is equal to n into n minus 1 p r minus 1. So we'll verify or prove this theorem in two methods, in this one convention method and this practical method. So let us this first method. We know that the number of ways of filling up r blanks with n dissimilar things is NPR. The first blank can be filled with any one of the given n things in n ways. Now we can fill the remaining r minus 1 blanks with the remaining n minus 1 things in n minus 1 p r minus 1 ways. Now by applying the fundamental principle, these both the works at a time can be performed. First work in n ways and second work in n minus 1 p r minus 1 ways. Therefore, both the works at a time can be done in n into n minus 1 p r minus 1 ways. So we can explain that like this. So already we know that NPR indicates what? Number of ways of filling r blanks with the given n distinct elements. So this is the first blank, second blank, third blank, fourth blank, and this is rth blank. So number of ways of arrangement of n different elements by taking r elements at a time is denoted by NPR. So this is nothing but NPR is nothing but number of ways of filling r blanks with the given n different elements. Now the first blank with all the n different elements can be filled in n ways. Now the remaining how many r minus 1 blanks? After filling this first blank, the remaining blanks here will be r minus 1. Now directly these r minus 1 blanks can be filled with the remaining n minus 1 elements in n minus 1 p r minus 1 ways. Right? Now all these elements, all these blanks, r blanks can be filled with the remaining n minus 1 elements in n minus 1 p r minus 1 ways. Therefore, this NPR can be expressed as the product of n and n minus 1 p r minus 1. And further, we can do that n into n minus 1 p r minus 1. can be further expressed as the product of n minus 1 into n minus 2 PR minus 2. That means after filling the second blank, then the remaining R minus 2 blanks with the remaining n minus 2 elements can be filled in n minus 2 PR minus 2 ways. So like that, we can go on expressing these values n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into then next n minus 3 P R minus 3 like that. Right? This is the meaning of this theorem. Okay. And by using the formula NPR is equal n factorial by n minus r factorial, that by using that formula also we can prove this theorem. This is the proof. Second method, that is convention method. So n into n minus 1 p r minus 1 is equal to n into n minus 1 p r minus 1 formula is n minus 1 factorial by n minus 1 minus r minus 1 whole factorial. Now this n into n minus 1 factorial here by n minus 1 minus r minus 2 minus plus 1. This plus 1 minus 1 will get cancelled. Then we get n minus r factorial in the denominator. Right? And now this n into n minus 1 factorial becomes what? N factorial. N factorial by n minus r factorial, that will be equal to NPR. Right? So we can, like this already we have, just now I explained this, right? Now here we have an example. Find the number of permutations of 4 dissimilar things taken 3 at a time. So number of permutations that can be made from 4 dissimilar things taken 3 at a time can be denoted as 4p3. And by using the formula 4p3, that is NPR is equal to n factorial by n minus r factorial. Therefore 4p3 becomes 4 factorial by 4 minus 3 factorial. And this is equal to 4 factorial by 1 factorial. And 4 factorial means 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, that become 24. So R directly we can write when R value is given particularly, therefore 4p3 is equal to what? Product of 3 consecutive numbers from 4 in the descending order, 4 into 3 into 2, that is equal to 4 into 3, 12, 12 into 2, 24. When R value is given, this NPR we can write directly as the product of R consecutive numbers from n in the descending order up to n minus r plus 1. Right? So let us see some more examples on this formula NPR, which gives the number of permutations that can be made from given n different things by taking r things at a time when the repetition is not allowed.